Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he's going to get this from the 6 out to the 12. A pickup of 6 as they double their workspace.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
Throwing his car on 3rd down. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he's going to step out of bounds all the way down on the other side of midfield. It's a big play there for Vegas. 44 yards. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And the Rams are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you're throwing this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. On 1st down, they'll stay with Akers on the ground. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A good pickup, 17 yards, and also a Rams 1st down.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Stafford going to give this to Akers. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Touchdown, LA! Well, they've done a pretty good job keeping him in check to that point, but he finally breaks off a nice run here and gets into the end zone.
And it just takes one, doesn't it, partner? That can undo a lot of good work that a defense has done to that point. You break off one right there, and everything suddenly looks bad for you.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that worked. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. 1st down. Now Carr. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. Touchdown, Raiders. T.Y. Hilton, 47 yards. And the Raiders are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point splits the uprights. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth 1st half. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21-all the score as the kick's away. Takes it at the 7. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. On first down, Stafford here. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Rock Ya-Sin. And the Raiders are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Now after the INT, it's Carr. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On second and very short. Carr. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Ernest Jones, the linebacker, with a sack. From the gun now on third down, Carr. He's got a man, complete. He's at the 40. And he will step out of bounds all the way down inside the 40. It's a big play there for Vegas. 52 yards. Now a play fake. Carr throws the out route, and he finds Hilton. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just toweling it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
On first down, they go with Jacobs again. And he's going to take this down to about the 17. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Here's Carr to throw. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. Carr can beat you in a lot of ways. The scramble there, a perfect example as he gets the first.
Hey, 734. Express. Express.
Now they'll throw with Carr. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty. 1st and goal. They'll run it with Jacobs. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? They'll run for it with Tariq Cohen. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more.
That's a nice example of good team defense right there. Ball was snapped at the 1-yard line. They knocked them back and caused a loss. But you notice they were trying to find any type of a gap to run through. Wasn't one available, and they stuffed the play right there in the middle of the field.
3rd and goal at the 4-yard line. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. The run is turned away on 4th and goal from the 2. And this Rams defense comes up with a goal line stand. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And this is potentially a nervy situation this close to their own goal line. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
When you're a capable runner, oftentimes your quarterback coach, your offensive coordinator, they love to see you break the pocket and go ahead and take off. I think he could have gotten vertical and picked up something there. Instead, he pushed it downfield, incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll go with Akers. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. And the Raiders pick it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, that sure started out as a good example of what they call backed up or coming out on offense, meaning you're backed up close to your own goal line. Big-time emphasis on practicing that to try and create some room at no left.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Reggie Gilliam in the final seconds of the first half. And the Raiders have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Point after, right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead. So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Past midfield. And it'll end there as he goes out of bounds, but a heck of a return all the way inside the opposite 40. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? Fielded just outside the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, How about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
Here's a run with Akers on second down. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Consecutive runs of 6 yards gives him a 1st and 10.
That's a nice run to get himself back on the horse after his fumble. Nothing spectacular, but a good confidence-building run.
Off of play action. Here's Stafford. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a 1st down. Off the fake to Akers, here's Stafford. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Max Crosby, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Meanwhile, Stafford's throw here hauled in by Kupp. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Here's Stafford. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
On 4th down, Stafford. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he is going to have the Rams 1st down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
59! Hey, go here!
Play action, Stafford. Man open is Robinson. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 16 yards to the 16 and a 1st down.
Zebra!
From the red zone now, Stafford flushed out right. They'll check this down to Akers out of the backfield. Touchdown, Rams! Cam Akers with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Rams are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point by Gain is up and good. And we are all tied at 28. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
To try again after the sack, Carr. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Brian Poole. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. Here's Gay now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and they've jumped back ahead, 35-28. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. So that a real wrench thrown in now for this offense. They're trying to make a game of this in the third quarter, but that is not going to help.
Yeah, partner, probably should have used a different tool on that play, right? That ultimately is the kind of play where you could lose a ball game instead of being in a position to win.
So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
And here comes a return from a few steps in. Oh, Cohen lost the football. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers, and quickly.
Now a first down throw. Stafford. Throw right side, going to be taken in by Henderson. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, first and goal. They'll run here with Akers. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Cam Akers with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Rams get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Stafford's going to try and throw for it. And this is going to be intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And Waller taking it in over the middle. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Carr. Looking deep for Adams. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel...
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Ernest Jones able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening. One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL. The offense on third down tonight, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. To throw, it's Carr. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Throwing on first down is Carr. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Aaron Donald in there to drop him, and that is the 7th time tonight that he has gone down. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack. Carr. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. On 3rd and long, it's Carr. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Leonard Floyd drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
Now Carr, got to have this one. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
And middle.
He starts with a give to Akers. Room here to run. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 89 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's going on. They'll go again. And he loses the football a second time.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Here we go on 4th. Stafford dancing to his left. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing now is Carr. And his throw here is incomplete.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try and throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11. So now Carr and the Raiders dealt a 3rd and long after that sack. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He hits Adams complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now Carr again. Touchdown! Darren Waller, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Raiders have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point right down the middle, and that cuts this lead down to 13. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the hands team for the Rams able to secure the football. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that...
Touchdown, Rams! Cooper Kupp, 37 yards. And the Rams look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. And he is not going to get in there. He stopped short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And this is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd. Carr under pressure, and they got to him again. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll go for it. It's Carr. Going for Hilton, and it's intercepted. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line. So the holding call on the offense, so they go ahead and decline that one and take possession of the football on the INT. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. A give up the middle to Akers. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Bilal Nichols there on the stop.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Stafford on 3rd down. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that